kick it, Jackie Chan.
Oh, Damar Chase with the dive. Because Garrett Wilson's wide open. Garrett Wilson, touchdown Barrett.
The youngest wanna kick it, Jackie Chan.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here in the World of Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the Dallas Cowboys all-decade rebuild here on Madden 23. That is right, we return. It's episode number 3. Last episode, we played week number 1, and unfortunately, we came up with a big-time L against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We lost by a point. We lost on a field goal. It was a very frustrating way to lose. It was annoying. We should never have been in that spot in the first place. I made some bad decisions in that game, and we ended up losing. We ended up taking the L. So we have to look forward to this week. We have to move on. We have to do our best to alleviate the pain and forget what happened last week and go out there and play the Cincinnati Bengals this week and actually just complete the game from quarter to quarter, from first quarter to fourth quarter. We got to finish this game bell to bell. We got to win this one. We cannot afford to go 0-2. So that's the mindset. We got to go in there and absolutely dominate. I have no idea who's on the Cincinnati Bengals team, but we can't care about that. We got to go in there and absolutely kill it. So without further ado, let's go and do it. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Before I get into the game, I want to kind of take away some of the facade. I want to pull down the curtain for a second. Last night in real life and Monday Night Football, the Bengals and the Bengals and the Bills played for like 6 minutes before an injury occurred which shook the entire NFL world. Damar, Hamlin was the man who was injured, and he made a tackle on T. Higgins and got up, but proceeded to immediately collapse back to the ground, where eventually player personnel and team doctors and unaffiliated doctors and physicians and all the help that's around the NFL fields came in and had to administer CPR to Damar Hamlin. And then he was rushed immediately to the hospital. The ambulance came onto the field. They loaded him up. His mother came down from the stands and rode with him to the hospital, to the Cincinnati hospital, and that's where he's at currently. There is no, as of me recording this, there is no further update that I've seen personally. Maybe there has been, I just haven't seen it yet. As far as I know, it was said that he was in critical condition. He had cardiac arrest is what some of the reports were. And last time I heard, he had a tube down his throat and they had put him to sleep so that they could kind of keep him under control. So I just want to say prayers and thoughts and everything. Like, none of these words mean anything if the man loses his life. We say all these novelty things like prayers up and all that kind of stuff, and it's all with good intentions, obviously, but it doesn't really mean anything. This man has he's only 24 years old. He has the possibility of losing his life because of a game that these men play, that we put our heart and souls into, they put their heart and souls into. And as fans, we kind of get lost in the spectacle of the sport. But this man is a human being. They're all human beings at the end of the day. And this man has the potential to lose his life because of a play that happened during this game. And I don't even know how to really comprehend it. I'm sure these players have not been able to recover yet of it. This is unprecedented times that we live in right now with this situation. Not often do you see this kind of situation happen. So I just wanted to come on here before we get into the actual gameplay and before I get all animated and start yelling about what the team's doing in Madden. It's just a video game. I wanted to kind of to bring this to your attention in case you had not seen it yet. There is a charity for Damar Hamlin. He has not for him specifically. It's for a charity that he started a couple of years ago for getting toys for kids around Christmas time, and that charity is now over like $2 million or something. It had like $2,500 in it before this incident occurred, and now it's got like over $2 million. So if you want to donate to that, it's on Twitter. You can just search up his charity, and you should be able to find it. But I just wanted to come on here and talk about it a little bit, not too in depth or anything, not my true thoughts on it or anything like that. But I just wanted to come on here and talk about it before we get into the gameplay, because I feel like I had to at least address it, because it happened just so recently. It happened just yesterday, or just last night, I guess. So I had to feel like I felt like I had to just come on here and at least talk about it. So yeah, if you want to go and find out more, it's on Twitter. You can certainly do that. And if I can find it, I might, if I remember, I'll put it in the description as well, so you guys can go, or at least a link to it to Twitter. It'll take you to Twitter, and you can do it from there. But I'll put that in the description as well. So I just want to come on here while I had the time, I had the platform to talk about it a little bit. So prayers up to Damar and his family. I can't even begin to think what's going through their minds. I can't even begin to relate about what they're thinking. But just thoughts with him and his family. Hope he makes it through, because you never want to see anybody lose their life, but especially not for a game, not for what a football game, really. Somebody's gonna lose their life over that. No, I don't want to see that. So I hope he's okay. Speedy recovery for Hamlin. And yeah, I guess we can get into the actual gameplay now. Get into the video. The lesser, the lighten the mood a little bit, I guess, as we get into this game. So hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Let's go play some Madden. Okay, so I remembered after the last episode to change the Superstar X Factor. So now Patrick Mahomes will have his X Factor available to be activated. I took it off of Julio Jones. So now it's Calvin Johnson, Adrian Peterson, and Patrick Mahomes have their X Factors on offense. And on defense, I switched it from Patrick Peterson to make it Patrick Willis. So from one Pat to another Pat. So now it's Aaron Donald, it's Darrelle Revis, and it's Patrick Willis as the 3 X Factors on defense. Now, if I feel like we need to change that again, I can certainly move it to Earl Thomas, Troy Polamalu, Terrell Suggs, or Ndamukong Suh. It doesn't really matter. It just depends on how we're playing and who I feel like might need an X Factor boost. So that's where we're standing with that. I'm glad that I remembered that. I also did a little bit of digging and looked into possible Micah Parsons trade. Micah Parsons played on that Tampa team that beat us last episode, and it looks like it's only going to take Deshaun Jackson straight up for Micah Parsons. Now, I don't know if I'm going to officially do that deal. I haven't yet. I haven't done the deal yet. The reason I'm thinking about doing it is because we just brought in Jalen Waddle last episode, and we have that replacement wide receiver for Deshaun Jackson. So there is that possibility. There's the little bit of wiggle room that we have now that we brought in Jalen Waddle, where we could possibly make the trade for Micah Parsons. But I haven't done it yet, so I just wanted to bring that to your attention, that the possibility is there. It's very viable. It's a very high possibility that it could happen. I just wanted to talk about it before I actually did it, so that you guys at least know the situation, know what's going on. Deshaun Jackson possibly could be on the move for Micah Parsons. It's not fully done yet. It's not guaranteed. Just wanted to bring it out there. So we have 15 staff points. I think I'm going to start to save these staff points up just so we can kind of get more than just 1 or 2 things done in the staff tree. So we're going to save those staff points. Weekly strategy for against the Bengals, they have Drew Brees as their starting quarterback. Austin Eckler's the running back. All right, so we're going to defend the short pass for Drew Brees. It seems like that's significantly what they target the most, or at least what he's the most efficient on. They have Jalen Ramsey on defense with London Fletcher as well. I think we're going to throw it medium. We seemed to do that pretty well last episode, so we'll do that for right now. Throw 350 yards. I'm fine with that. And then these 3 guys Should we have Michael Vick as the third? Nah, he's 32. We don't even need to have Michael Vick. Now that I'm thinking about it, we probably should have somebody that has a chance to grow a little bit more. Maybe a Jalen Waddle could be that possibility. Or maybe it should be Roger Saffold's a possibility. Kyle Long is a possibility. Anybody with star development that has a chance to possibly get a little bit better is certainly up there for possible options. Maybe even Bruce Irvin would be a good idea to just to help him get a little bit extra boost, a little extra oomph. Oh, actually, it should probably be JOK. It should probably be JOK. So Edelman, CJ Spiller, and JOK will get the boosts for right now. Maybe that'll change. Maybe it won't. I don't know. It's probably a fluid situation because of the fact that everybody's such a high overall that it doesn't really matter who gets it. But finally, before we take a look at or actually get into the game, we can take a look at who's on this Bengals team fully. We know a few of the players. Drew Brees, we knew, is the quarterback, 98 overall X-Factor quarterback. Austin Eckler, we know, is the running back along with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. The wide receivers are Golden Tate, Deontay Johnson, and Sammy Watkins along with Chris Olave. Okay, so that is a very solid wide receiver core. Very good. Tight ends are Delaney Walker, Hunter Henry. All right. Trent Williams, they have the best left tackle in the game. David Edwards, Chase Roulier, Chris Snee, and Taylor Moton. Not a great offensive line. Not a great offensive line at all. It's Trent Williams and a bunch of scrubs. So that is promising for our defense. Very promising for our pass rush. Greg Rousseau is on the defensive line with Randy Gregory and Christian Barmore. So not the greatest of defensive line. Chad Greenway, London Fletcher, Danny Trevathan, and Bud Dupree are the linebackers. The corners are Jalen Ramsey, we know, Charles Peanut Tillman, and Darnay Holmes. Okay, so that's a very interesting cornerback class, or quarterback room. It goes from really, really good to potential to be good, but it drops off significantly with the overalls. Ed Reed is the free safety, and Kyle Duggar is the strong safety. Joey Sly and Corey Boryorquez. I don't know how to say his name. Boryorquez, I think is how you say it. I don't know, but they're the kicker and the punter. So it's a good Cincinnati team. Not great on the offensive line, which is what we need to probably key in on and take advantage of. I'm hoping that we can. We need to get off the losing, and we need to win. We need to go to 1-1. I'm hoping that can happen. Let's go beat the Bengals and try to right the wrongs from last episode.
It's week 2 of the National Football League, and we've got the Bengals veteran linebacker. He was all over the place last week with double-digit tackles and a sack. It's the Bengals and the Cowboys, and it's coming up next.
DA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Dallas Cowboys. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Vinatieri will kick off as we kick off this Week 2 game. It is underway, Cowboys and Bengals from Jerry's World, as that one doinks off the crossbar, and Drew Brees will step onto the field. Okay, we know what we have to do. We have to utilize our pass rush against this bad Bengals offensive line and get to Drew Brees. Patrick Peterson almost picked off the first pass of the game. I don't think he was even ready. I certainly wasn't ready. Brees just kind of rifled that in there. I don't think Peterson was even ready for the ball to be there. It just kind of bounced off his hands. That one could have been picked off by Joe Hayden. Just missed it. And luckily, the receiver for the Bengals stepped out of bounds, so that will be 3rd and 3. Deontay Johnson could not keep his foot in bounds. And he gets a 3rd and 3 situation. Another quick throw. Seems like Drew Brees is targeting these quick throws. We were ready for the short pass. That's the scheme that we went with to start this game. But it doesn't seem like we're ready for it right now. I mean, Drew Brees getting this ball out quickly, like 2.5 seconds. He's snapping it and then immediately choosing where to go with it. And Aaron Donald will say, not today. Get that ball out a little quicker there, Drew. Aaron Donald with his first sack of the season. I don't think he got one last episode. First sack of the year for Mr. A.D. And that's going to be another quick throw. Earl Thomas along with Darrelle Revis are the ones to bring down Delaney Walker there. And now we get to a 3rd and 11. Perfect situation to be in here on the first drive. And that's a quick throw. That's a lob. Earl Thomas. How in the world did Golden Tate bring that down? Is that Golden Tate? No, it's Chris Olave. Chris Olave went up there. I'm not used to him having a double-digit number. Chris Olave went up like that. Well, 85, I should say, instead of a double-digit number. That was a crazy catch by Chris Olave. He was in double coverage. He went up there and mossed everybody. I thought that I was going to get it knocked down at least. I didn't even get an animation, really, for Earl Thomas until he already had caught it. All right, whatever. Austin Eckler gets a huge run play. They're going to give this to Eckler again, back-to-back. They get the first down. He gets tackled by a couple Cowboy linebackers. And instead of having a punt, the Bengals have a chance to score a touchdown. They're going to hand this off to the backup running back, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And Edwards-Helaire will get beat down by Earl Thomas. 2nd down and 4 after the run. Come on, defense. We are much better than how we just played that last couple plays. Much better of a football team. They give it back to Eckler. He stumbles a little bit, getting tripped up by a Cowboy defender. 3rd and 3. Come on, guys. Hold them to a field goal, maybe a turnover. I really am upset that we didn't get that interception now. But they're going to find the man. Is that Golden Tate? I don't know who's number 15 for the Bengals. That looked like Golden Tate a little bit. But that was a great route, great throw by Brees, and it's the first down that they needed. So now we sit back and we're trying not to screw things up here. It was Golden Tate, by the way. And they hand this to Eckler. Patrick Willis was there, but I think... Oh, no, Ray Lewis was there. But I think this is going to be a holding call. And it is. It's a holding call on the Bengals. Trent Williams gets called for it. So they will move back to the 19-yard line. That helps us out a little bit, not too much. It benefits the Bengals even more because now more of their playbook is available since they have more of the field. But they just throw a stretch, little slant pass. That was not what I was expecting. Drew Brees is getting this ball out so quickly. I am not ready for it. I mean, we even tried to go for the short pass, but Drew Brees is talking absolutely nanosecond speed right now. I don't know what is happening here. I don't know how to defend it, really. 3rd and goal. When they gave it to Austin Eckler, it didn't work out. The Bengals have used up the entire first quarter, basically. Aaron Donald trying to get pressure. They're doing a good job of giving him time, the offensive line, and that's going to get thrown out of bounds. That offensive line gave Drew Brees a ton of time, and eventually we will hold them to a field goal attempt. I don't know how we did it. I don't know how the Bengals didn't score there, but Drew Brees was getting that ball out. Bang, bang, bang. He was going so quick. And the Bengals took basically the entire first quarter out of the game. They took all of the 7 minutes off the clock there. That was insane. And here he is, Deshaun Jackson, possibly in trade rumors as he enters week 2. He gets us up to the 28-yard line, and Patrick Mahomes in the offense will take the field for the first time. But feels like forever since we finally get a chance to come into this game. 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I hate that I have those 2 interceptions on there, but hey, it's a World of Juice video. Do you expect to not have interceptions? We're going to start out with a run here with Adrian Peterson, and it's going to work to perfection. Great blocking by Calvin Johnson, although he could have held it a little bit longer. Although, I mean, there was another guy there. The safety was there. He probably would have tackled me anyway. Let me just check this down. I'm going to have to check it down to Adrian Peterson. And that's going to take us to the end of the first quarter. There's no way we're getting another playoff. And we got, what, 2 plays in that quarter? We snapped the ball twice in the first quarter of an NFL game. That is crazy. The amount of time that the Bengals possessed the ball there. And that's going to be Peterson. I tried to get to the outside because I saw that linebacker coming. But unfortunately, the blocks did not hold up good enough. They're showing blitz. I don't believe them. I knew they wouldn't do it. But we still have Gronkowski. How in the world is that incomplete? I have no idea. We don't punt the football on this channel. Even though I did punt the football in this series, I think, so far. I don't know how that was incomplete. Somebody please tell me, because the world may never know. And that's going to be stopped. They brought pressure off the edge, and Adrian Peterson did not get it. I hate that animation where I throw the ball, but he has to spin around and get it. Like, that slows him down so much. Like, why didn't Golden Tate have to do that? Why didn't he have to spin around? I don't understand why I get that animation and they don't get that animation all the time. Unfortunately, we had to give the ball back to the Bengals, and that's a false start. That's got to be a false start. There's no way I went first. Thank you. Thank you, I appreciate that. I didn't think that I went first there. I'm glad that they called that. 2nd down and 8. They're just throwing these quick, like, out routes and stuff. Breeze is 8 for 10 already, 79 yards. I don't know how to defend this. I don't know. I don't know how to go against these short passes. I mean, there's nothing more I can do than what I called already. I'm upset that Patrick Peterson didn't knock that incomplete. Aaron Donald also got pressure on Drew Brees there, but didn't get the sack. Brees was able to get the ball out quickly. Brees, another little short pass. We're going to have to force a turnover, either a fumble or an interception or something. There's no way that we're going to stop Drew Brees when he's throwing passes like that if we can't force a turnover. Like, we're going to have to force a fumble out. There's nothing else that we can do to stop Drew Brees unless Darrelle Revis picks it up. Revis Island picks off Drew Brees. He answered the prayers. I got to go back and replay this. What happened? Aaron Donald forced a quicker throw than Drew Brees probably wanted, and I got to see this. Did this get snatched? Did this get snatched out of the air by Revis Island right here? Okay, so first off, Chris Olave goes up and makes another amazing one-on-one ball. He catches this ball. Revis had body position in front of him, but he couldn't get it. And when Olave brings it down, Revis snatches it out of his hands, and Darrelle Revis is the one who comes down with this inbounds. I did not see this coming. It's basically like Olave gets it out of the air and hands it to Darrelle Revis. This is insane. I've never seen anything like this. And he's inbounds, so it's a completed catch. It's a completed interception. Wow. I've never seen anything like this. This is crazy. Chris Olave makes the catch, but when he brings that ball down, it falls right into the hands of Revis, and he completes the interception. That's crazy. I have never seen anything like that. Wow. We get the ball back after the interception at the 20-yard line because he was in the end zone when he picked it off. And that's one of the craziest turnovers I've seen in a long time. Maybe ever. I don't know if I've ever seen an interception as crazy as that. That was unbelievable. But I'm just glad that it happened for us, like it went our way. Although I just threw an interception back to the Bengals. And it's probably going to be a pick six because none of our offensive linemen are going to be fast enough. Kyle Duggar just picked me off. Oh, baby. I did not even really think that was going to be picked off. I thought I was just going to be able to overthrow him. I thought I was going to be able just to power that ball. That wasn't a lob. That was just a direct bullet pass. I thought I'd just be able to put enough power on it where it goes over Kyle Duggar. But I don't know if there's pressure in the face, if it was under pressure and accurate. I don't know what that was. But Mahomes throws it right to Kyle Duggar. And it's a pick six for the Bengals. And instead of being 3-0 still, it's 10-0 Bengals. And I have completely just... I'm not playing very good in this series so far. These first two games, I am sucking. 3 interceptions for Patrick Mahomes. Gronk will lose that ball. He won't be able to catch it. 2 for 5, 9 yards of interception. That's embarrassing. That's an embarrassing stat line. I can't believe that I have that. And judging by the way that Drew Brees has been able to command this offense, I don't feel confident we can stop them when we get the ball or when they get the ball next. And that's an underthrow. Mahomes doesn't deliver the ball where it needed to be. All right, boys, figure it out here. That's going to be picked off. You've got to be joking. Kyle Duggar picked it off again. He just said Kyler Duggar, by the way. And I called a timeout on accident. That's my fault. I didn't mean to call a timeout there. I was going to instant replay, but it wasn't the second option. I don't know how this is. I went for possession catch because I thought that I needed to do that. Maybe I should have went aggressive catch. And it just goes right into the hands of Kyle Duggar. Or as Brandon Godden would say, Kyler Duggar, because that's what he said. That's unfortunate that ball is picked off. Not much I could do on that except for maybe go for aggressive catch instead of a possession catch. And Drew Brees is just frustrating me right now. These quick throws are giving me a migraine. I can't handle this. We get the ball to start the second half, but will we be down 17-0? And the start of the second half, there's a good possibility that we will be. Brees, I got the sack. I did. You got to give me that sack, man. Yeah, this game's not looking good. I don't know what to do differently. I'm trying to complete these passes. That one pass to Gronkowski in the first drive that went incomplete is just unacceptable. You can't miss that throw. That wasn't on me. I put that ball where it needed to be. Gronkowski either didn't catch it or Mahomes just overthrew it or just was a bad throw. I don't know what happened there, but it's unacceptable. It can't happen, and it did happen, and we're down 10-0 because of it. Well, not because of it, but it's in part. The handoff to Austin Eckler. They're running these plays like it's the fourth quarter instead of the second quarter. And I'm not getting as much pressure on Drew Brees as I thought, although he's getting this ball out like inhuman quick. He's throwing this ball so fast. None of my receivers are ready. Or none of my defenders are ready, I should say. I'm not ready. Oh my God, give me a sack, please. Please let me get to Drew Brees before he throws this ball away. They call their first timeout. It's a minute and 1 second to go from the 3. I'm starting to get a little upset right now. I'm starting to get frustrated with the way this game is going, both on offense and defense. Pick that off, please. Rodney McLeod. In the end zone. That's the second interception of the day for Drew Brees. Both in the end zone, by the way. Wow, that was massive. Getting in front of that ball. Great route run by Rodney McLeod. Great coverage. And I will take that all day. Throw the little clear out. Just got to get some completions, man. Just got to get some completions. And I'm really upset that I wasted that timeout because I accidentally clicked it. Oh my God. It's like these guys are 7 feet tall. They're just reaching everything. I can't even make a pass. Every ball I throw seems to be behind. That's Megatron. Megatron had the explosiveness. He had the acceleration to get away. I don't know how they caught him there. He got to the 46. We have Adam Vinatieri, which is one of the best kickers in the game. Him and Justin Tucker, I think, are the two best. So if Mahomes can deliver an accurate ball, which he can't do because he had pressure in his face, we could have possibly had a chance at a touchdown there. We'll go with another clear out. This worked the first time we did it, so why not work again? If we get it to Julio, we're going to have to call another timeout. Probably shouldn't have done that. Probably shouldn't have called a play like that. Because now we're not even in field goal range. We have to try to get out of bounds or score a touchdown, either one. And it seems like they're getting pressure and I can't take a sack there. I just can't do it. And why'd they call a timeout? They think they can get the ball back? 15 seconds left. I cannot take a sack there. I tried to throw, but Mahomes' release was so long there. Gronkowski should be open. He catches it, but there's a holding call. You cannot have a holding call here.
And he is going to have the Cowboys first down, and it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allowed to convert.
Brian Bulaga with a holding call on the completion. Absolutely unacceptable there. Absolutely unacceptable, the fact that he just had a corner or had a holding call there. Unbelievable. And now I got to just throw it up, try to do something there. We got 2 seconds on the clock. This has been the most frustrating game I've ever seen. They're going to attempt a field goal here. This has got to be 70 yards. It's got the right angle. I would have been shocked if they would have hit that field goal. We end the half down 10-0. I don't even know what to change, really. We got to defend the short pass because that's what Drew Brees has been attempting, and he's been completing all of them. Thank God that he's thrown 2 interceptions. This game would be a blowout already. No doubt about it. This game would be a blowout. Jackson gets to the 22. I got to get back to running our offense because we're not, as crazy as it sounds, we're not out of this game. But I got to score first for us to actually not be out of this game. And I've proven so far that I can't even move the ball. So something's got to happen. Mahomes delivers to Julio. He gets the first down. That was a tricky throw, but luckily it's Patrick Mahomes. Not many quarterbacks can make a throw like that, especially in Madden. All right, great job. Peterson breaks a couple tackles, fights forward, 2nd down and inches. Good blocking. Give this ball to Peterson. He gets the first down. Always falling forward. Always falling forward. That's exactly what we want to see. The problem is these Bengal defenders or these Bengal pass rushers are bringing a lot of pressure quickly. And it's a problem for me. Calvin makes his first catch of the day, I'm pretty sure. We'll go run that back again because Calvin should be open here, and he should have enough speed to get away here. Touchdown, Cowboys. All right. Nobody even covered him on that one. Okay. I'm down with that. I'm down with that. I told you this game wasn't over. I told you we weren't out of it. As crazy as it sounded. 10-7. If we could force another interception on Drew Brees, we're right back in this game. And I think it could happen. Although, who knows? Who knows with Drew Brees? I mean, he's throwing this ball so quick. It's lightning quick. It's like the Flash is playing quarterback for him. Jared Goff, the one guy that you always want giving you instructions on the sideline before you go out there. If I could, how is he wide open? Polamalu lays a big hit on him. I don't know how he was wide open like that. Was that Deontay Johnson? That's not good. We need to get pressure. This offensive line is not that good, and yet they're holding me back. It was Deontay Johnson, his 4th catch of the day. I understand why Robert Quinn can't get over there on Trent Williams, but like Aaron Donald should be blowing away this center. I know they're double teaming him, but still. Oh, here it is. There it is. The one time they don't double team, I get the sack. And plus, they use play action. If they didn't call play action, I probably don't get the sack there. But that's number 2 for Donald on the game, and that also activates his X factor, which also allows for Dietrich Wise to get the sack on Drew Brees. Exactly how we needed to do it. Back-to-back sacks, force the punt to the Bengals, and now we get a momentum boost. Deshaun Jackson will be back to return. He'll change of direction. I really needed that change of direction to be like, boom, immediate. Didn't really happen like that. It's okay, because we've got that momentum now. We got all that mo. Give me the mo. We'll go with a little delayed run. Peterson breaks through. You cannot arm tackle Adrian Peterson. He will snap that all day. All day. And now Peterson's got his X Factor. He's got Freight Train activated. And Julio Jones, off-ball injury, holding his pec, it looks like. That's not what you want to see. But that should get Deshaun Jackson more involved, and maybe even Jalen Waddle involved. But Freight Train is now activated, which I'm pretty sure means he immediately breaks the first tackle. Like he will always break the initial tackle. So that's good. That's a real good sign. We might as well just keep handing him the ball. If he's going to get broken tackles all the time. Although I thought that was going to go a little bit different. Torn labrum. Julio Jones has torn his labrum and will be done for the foreseeable future. So maybe it's a good thing that I didn't initially make that trade for Micah Parsons, because we are going to need all hands on deck at receiver. That's crazy. Torn labrum from Julio. Who knows how long he's going to be out. That could very well be a 4 to 5, maybe even 6-week injury. We're going to go jet sweep. This doesn't usually work for me, but a great block on the edge, and I will get lucky. Finally. That usually does not work for me. Usually they have it stuffed out and I lose like 2 yards. But Deshaun Jackson's able to complete it. And we are going to keep on pounding the rock down the throat of the Cincinnati Bengals as we try to inch our way closer to this end zone. Third quarter is coming to a close as well. Peterson breaks through for a first down. And that's probably going to be the last play of the quarter. I wouldn't think that the accelerated clock would give us any more time. And it will not. So we will go into the fourth quarter down 10-7, but in range to score again. And we are just going to continue to pound this rock until they prove they can stop it. But Adrian Peterson always falling forward. 83 yards now. He had, what, like 40 yards before this drive started. He has pounded the rock efficiently. That's going to be snagged out of the air by Megatron. That was close. I thought for sure that was going to be picked off. That's why I kind of went aggressive catch there. It's inches, and you know what that means. It's going to be a run with Adrian Peterson, especially with Freight Train activated. I believe in you, Adrian Peterson. He gets through. He met the man at the line of scrimmage and beat him. And now we got first and goal from the 2. Give it back to Peterson. Let him finish off this fantastic drive. And the Cowboys take the lead in the fourth quarter on the back of Adrian Peterson. On the back of AP, the Cowboys score on a crucial drive, where in the previous drive on defense, we sacked Drew Brees twice back-to-back. And now we lead 14-10. Exactly what we needed. So the Bengals on the first drive of the game had a, like 6.5 minute drive. And then we go on and have probably like a 4 or 5 minute drive ourselves. I like those odds. And now the Bengals are back, but this time they're down. For the first time today, they are losing this game, and it's going to be quick. Maybe a natural pick. That could have been pass interference called. Either way, I could see it. Second down and 10. Drew Brees still throwing this ball super quickly. He will throw it again quickly. It'll be caught, and it's Chris Olave. He does a weird juke move that kind of got me all thrown out of whack there. Olave's been big today. He's had a couple big catches, but the one big catch that he didn't get was the interception Darrelle Revis got in the end zone. If we could just get some pressure on Brees, we can get a sack. I know it. And that was the one time where we needed it. How? How did he catch that? I don't get an animation ever, man. I pressed triangle like a bunch of times, but of course I didn't get an animation. I don't know why I didn't get an animation. I clearly wanted one. That's upsetting. That could have at least been knocked incomplete, if not picked off. Blitz the linebackers. Patrick Willis forced that ball out, but it's caught, or it's picked up by the lineman. I blitzed Willis late, and he comes in and shoulder tackles Austin Eckler, forcing that ball out. And it's a 4th down and 2, and he will shank this ball to the right side, but it'll work out kind of for them. 29-yard line. I guess that's still pretty good for us. Peterson still has his X Factor activated. What does it have to do to get out of it? Peterson, where's it at? Don't get tackled for a loss. That's the only way he can lose the X Factor. And he just got tackled for a loss? No, he got a yard. Okay, I thought I just lost on that one play. That would have been crazy. We kind of just have to wait it out now. Mahomes to Calvin Johnson. Forget waiting it out when you can run the same play that you scored the last time on and do it again. Great throw by Mahomes with a man in his face. I'm surprised it was as accurate as it was. And, almost got blocked there. And the Cowboys lead 21-10 over the Bengals. This is the kind of quarter that we need. This is the kind of half that we needed. The first half was abysmal on offense and defense for the Dallas Cowboys. But we've absolutely turned it on. We've had a complete 180 in terms of how we've played on the field here on offense and defense. And we now lead 21-10 instead of being down 10-0. This is 21 unanswered points, by the way. 21 unanswered. And Patrick Willis has Avalanche activated. That is not a good sign for Bengal defenders, or Bengal offense. But forget about that, because that's a huge catch and run for Austin Eckler there. Had to lay a big hit in there. It was successful. What does Patrick Willis have to do to get out of the zone? Don't allow yards. Well, we already allowed a huge amount of yards there. That's going to be caught, and Jimmy Smith will bring him down. Good wrap up there. 210 yards and 2 interceptions for Drew Brees today. Their touchdown was obviously the pick 6, so their offense really hasn't even done anything except for throw the ball quickly. That's going to be Troy Polamalu laying a big hit. Patrick Willis did lose his X Factor, unfortunately. He had it for, what, like 2 plays? 2-minute warning is here. There's 2 minutes for the Bengals to score 11 points. Can they do it? God, I hope not. Aaron Donald trying to get a sack there. 3rd sack of the day. Aaron Donald is him. I need to go see. Oh, my God, I wasted a timeout. Why did they put the timeout right underneath that? I want to see the instant replay, not the timeout. God, I wasted another timeout. I just wanted to see the replay here because Aaron Donald is him. He had a double team on him, and he got through it and then brought down Drew Brees. Very, very good. Ooh, for number 3. You love to see it. And I wasted a timeout because I'm stupid. Or no, I'm not stupid. This game is stupid. Can we get a 3rd sack for somebody? 4th sack for Aaron Donald. Eckler will get brought down by Aaron Donald, and they use their first timeout. 1:36 to go, 3rd and 16. I don't know why they're running screens. That was a little awkward. And that's going to be knocked incomplete. Joe Hayden swats it down. It's 4-down territory. It's got to be. So, Joe Hayden. Oh, they're going to kick this field goal. They trust their defense that much. All right. Can Joey Sly kick this? It's a little close. Oh, he shanked it. That probably would have been good. Joey Sly had the leg. That's the complete opposite of what happened on the other field goal attempt that they had. The first attempt was from like 67 yards. It was a deep one, but he had the angle, just didn't have the leg for it. And this time, as Adrian Peterson delivers a great run there. This time he had the leg, he just didn't have the angle. He shanked it. Crazy. I can't believe they kicked the field goal there. They had to go for that. Peterson will spin off that tackle, but not really get much on that one. That's their final timeout. A 1st down will ice this game, but it's certainly not over yet. And we could kick a field goal, I guess. I wouldn't be opposed to that, but Peterson was given a hard effort there, and he finally gets over 100 yards. He worked for that. It's 3rd and 4. We could obviously kneel this football, but I kind of want to try and get this 1st down. A 1st down, like I said, does ice it officially, but, I mean, we could still get this down really, really low, even without a 1st down. And we're going to snap this ball. And Peterson will deliver the 1st down, and the Dallas Cowboys will come back from down 10-0 to win this game 21-10. Absolutely unbelievable scenes. I cannot believe that it happened. The way that we performed in the first half, I was about to go off the rails. That was not looking that great. And the fact that we had a complete turnaround. I mean, that interception by Rodney McLeod in the end zone of Drew Brees was crazy important. Because without that, they score the touchdown and they probably go up 17-0, and it's probably over from there. I don't think we could recover from that, but we were able to do it, and we win this game to get finally into the win column after 2 weeks. Should have been in the win column already. Mahomes, 11 of 18, 208 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 more interceptions. I hate the fact that I have 2 more interceptions, but hey, it is what it is, I guess. Those 2 interceptions were a little BS, though. 21 carries, 113 yards, and a touchdown for Adrian Peterson. Once he got that freight train activated, it was over. 5 catches, 150 yards, and 2 touchdowns for Calvin Johnson. He had a massive day. He was super important. A lot of those yards are on those 2 just deep routes that I chucked to him, so that will affect that. And Julio Jones, as you can see above me, is injured with that torn pectoral. 7 tackles for Patrick Willis, 8 for Troy Polamalu, 3 sacks for Aaron Donald, 1 for Dietrich Wise, 2 picks, Rodney McLeod and Darrell Revis, both in the end zone, both very crucial. And we win the game 21-10. Man, that first half was not looking good. I was scared to death. And then we answer with 21 unanswered and win the game 21-10. Beautiful ending, and we finally get a W. Man, it feels good. We have the confirmation now. Julio Jones is out for 4 weeks with a torn labrum. It does suck, unfortunately, for him and for us to lose a guy as crucial to the team as Julio. But luckily, we did get the W in the end, so his injury is not it's not worthless or anything because we lost. So we go to week 3. We take on the 0-2 Giants. We have regionals focus scouting. We have a mock draft. We have weekly strategy, all kinds of stuff in next episode. Plus, we're taking on Travis Kelce, so that's going to be interesting. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. You guys know the deal. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I really do appreciate it. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.